Mm. Good morning, gorgeous. Hey everyone, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be testing, reviewing, and doing an all-day wear test on the brand new Urban Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Glowy Hydrator Foundation. Now this just recently launched on the Urban Decay website and now it's available on Ulta and Sephora, and I couldn't wait to test it out on my mature skin for you. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Cat's Eye Beauty. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I'm over 50 years old and I love testing out makeup and skincare products, everything from drugstore to high-end and everything in between. So I couldn't wait to test out this foundation for you on our mature skin. Now, Urban Decay came out with their Hydromaniac Glowy Tinted Hydrator Foundation, and I was a little confused at first. I thought I was getting a tinted moisturizer or a tinted hydrator. No, this is a straight up foundation. I'm very curious to see how it's going to perform on my mature skin. So let's get into the specs. Now, it retails for $29 and you get 1.1 fluid ounces. Now, the shade range, I'm going to say it, it's crap. It only comes in 12 shades. And the shade that I got was 20 Fair Neutral. When I ordered it off the Urban Decay website, I was kind of disappointed because it didn't describe what the shades were like. Oh, no. I was just literally guessing. And I got Fair, Light, Neutral, and it's probably going to be a little pale on my complexion, but we are going to work with what we have. It does contain skin-loving ingredients like Kombucha Filtrate, which is an antioxidant rich to brighten and detoxify, and it's supposed to increase your skin's luminosity. At my age, I need all the luminosity I can get. And it also contains Marula oil, which is supposed to hydrate and protect and seal in hydration. Now, I've already prepped my skin. I've done my morning skin routine as well as applied sunscreen, and I went in with a primer. And the primer that I went in was, no surprise here, the Revlon Photo Ready Rose Glow Illuminating and Hydrating Primer. I find in the winter months, my skin is super dry. It not only smooths my textured complexion, but it also hydrates it as well. We are going to dive right in with the Hydromaniac Glowy Tinted Hydrator Foundation. Woof! And let's begin. It's stating it's a lightweight formula that's packed with nourishing ingredients that leave skin feeling more hydrated after 24 hours. I'm not wearing this for 24 hours, just saying. Buildable medium coverage with just enough to look like your real skin with an added healthy glow that stays fresh and wears for up to 24 hours. Goes great with all skin types, even oily, and is non-comedogenic. Minimizes pores and imperfections with a smooth blurring effect while evening skin tone and texture. Well, those are pretty broad claims, especially for my old skin. So we are just gonna hop right into 20 Fair Neutral. Now it comes in a very simple plastic bottle. Comes out in a squeezy tube. I've been noticing that quite recently with a lot of tinted hydrators and foundations. So let's go ahead and pump some out. Now it says it's medium coverage. The consistency is kind of thick. You're supposed to apply it with your fingertips and you can also stiffle it in with your brush. So let's go ahead and swatch this shade. And as you can see, it is quite light, but let's go ahead and apply it. It's actually quite thick. It actually smells quite good. It's not that strong, so I'm just gonna apply it with my fingertips and then stiffle it in with a brush. Again, not my shade. Woo! Now the consistency is not that heavy. It feels quite airy and light. Now as you can see, I have a lot of redness through there, but let's go ahead and that's a lot more coverage than I expected, but it did say medium coverage. Now I'm just gonna go in with my F80 Kabuki brush from Sigma and just stiffle it in and see how that looks. Now, it is applying quite nicely. A lot more coverage than I anticipated, but it says you can build it up, so that's what we're gonna do. What do you think? No foundation? Foundation. Granted, it's not my shade, per usual. I mean, man, I'm not doing good with picking out shades these days. And I'm just like you. I'm literally picking them out online. So the good thing about picking a foundation that's too light for your complexion, you can always warm it up with bronzer. So let's go ahead and go in on the other side. I do like the consistency. And this side, I'm just gonna go ahead and stiffle it in with a brush. Glowy. Whoa. Hello. Not again. Okay. We're going to build it up. And I'm going to go in where you can still see my hyperpigmentation. It's supposed to be like your skin. And this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sponge, a dampened beauty sponge, and just pounce it in. 2 layers. As you can see, you can still see a little bit of my skin peeking through. It is supposed to be medium coverage, right? It's supposed to look like your real skin. Well, it doesn't look like my real skin because obviously I picked the wrong shade. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some concealer and see what we're looking at. Concealer, foundation on. Now I have to admit, this foundation feels very hydrating. It feels still a little tacky to the touch. And it's been a couple of minutes since I first applied it. But we're gonna go ahead and bronze so I can put a little color back into my face. And what I'm gonna use is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Sculpting palette. I'm gonna go in with this shade through here. It's a little bit warmer than my usual Charlotte Tilbury airbrush bronzer, but this formula is stunning. So I'm just gonna take a little bit, tap some off, and now for blush, I'm gonna go in with MILANI's Supercharged Multi-Stick. I just recently did a review on this and I've absolutely been loving this beautiful formula. It retails for $8.99 and it's so glossy and so hydrating. It contains squalane oil. So on a particularly cold day like this, I love just adding more hydrating products to my face because my skin tends to get super dry. So I want you to see this pigment and I want to see how it plays with this foundation. Isn't that stunning? I'm just gonna tap it at the top of my cheeks and bring it down. Now the cream blush applied beautifully to this foundation. It didn't slip and slide and go all over the place, and it still feels very dewy to the touch. I'm getting excited, you guys. I hope this is a good foundation for the winter time. But what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Final look, everyone. Now for eyes, I wanted to do a dramatic smoky eye with a cool toned look. So I went in with Marc Jacobs EDGITORIAL eyeshadow palette. I don't know why, but I was just super drawn to these cool tone colors and I thought the look turned out pretty good. I don't know, it's different. I like it. Anything's different for the new year. And then for highlighter, I went in with the Hourglass Sculpting palette. You guys, this formula is stunning. And I set my under eye with the finishing powder through here. And I just went and did a little bit of highlight at the top of my cheekbones. And for lips, I'm just gonna go in with my latest obsession. It's from ColourPop. It's their Luxe Oils. It's not a lip gloss. It's not a liquid lipstick. It is just a straight up Luxe oil. It's not sticky like their normal formulas. It just feels so soft and hydrating on the lips, and there's not a lot of pigment, but it's so beautiful and it wears so gracefully throughout the day. This shade that I picked up is Hot Shot, but I think it's just such a beautiful neutral color, and it's a lip oil. So hydrating, beautiful, shiny, shiny look. Now we are here to judge the foundation. So far it's looking really good and it played very well with cream blush, with my highlighter, with my contour and concealer, but hopefully it won't settle into my fine lines and last through my mask because I do have to run some errands today. So let's go see what it looks like in natural daylight. Here we are in natural light. Now, this foundation promises to blur imperfections and minimize pores. As you can see, I think it looks really nice, and I hope it doesn't settle into this fine line through here, but so far feeling really good. It doesn't feel as tacky as it did, But you know, when you have normal to dry skin and it's the dead of winter and it's super cold outside, you do want that hydration. But so far it looks pretty nice. Oh, and I have a little friend. We will do another check-in in just a few hours. It is exactly 3:41 p.m. It's been over 5 hours since I first applied the foundation, and I wanted you to see where it's breaking up around my mouth and settling onto my chin. Now, granted, I've been running around and doing a lot of errands. I went grocery shopping, I've been vacuuming, I've been cleaning, doing laundry, and when I went out, I did wear my mask, so that could contribute to this weird buildup right through here. I don't know, but it's only a little bit over 5 hours. It's still glowy. Granted, I did sweat, and hence the t-shirt. It's a really warm day today here in Tennessee. It kind of threw me for a loop, but I think it still looks really nice. So I'll do another check-in with you in a couple of hours. And we are back. It is 6:49 p.m. It's been almost 9 hours since I first applied the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Glowy Tinted Hydrator Foundation. And here we are at almost 9 hours. Now remember in my last check-in, I did have some separation and some weird stuff going on my chin. Now, to be fair, I did wear my mask for several hours today. That could be a contributing factor to why it's breaking out through here. Because when you're wearing a mask and you're talking, you have all that heat, it's going back onto your face. And I think that's going to cause that separation, because I did not experience any separation through here or on my forehead. Now, I did have slight settling through this marionette line. I mean, come on, I'm 53. The jig is up. It's going to settle somewhere, and I'm actually not that angry at it. Was it hydrating? Yes. Remember, it has those skin-loving ingredients like the Kombucha Filtrate as well as the Marula oil. So my skin felt dewy soft all day long. It still feels, and look how glowy I am. I'm still glowing. So would I recommend this foundation? If you have normal to dry skin like me and you live in a cold climate and you need that extra hydration, you want those skin loving ingredients, I would say yes. Now remember, it's only medium coverage. You're not going to get full coverage. Your skin is still going to peek through. It is skin-like. To me, the consistency was kind of thick, but then it sheared out, and I think it covered up most of my troublesome areas. Now I am still a little red under my nose, but hey, it comes from wearing the mask. But it's still dewy, it still looks good, and zero touch-ups today. So I hope you enjoyed my review of the brand new Urban Decay Hydromaniac foundation. It's definitely hydrating, and if you have normal to dry skin like me that tends to get really dry in the wintertime, I think you would really like this foundation. But in my next upcoming videos, I will be doing my December faves and fails. I can't wait for that. And I wanted to wish you a happy new year to you and your family. And if you haven't joined my family, please consider subscribing. I would love it. And for more reviews on skincare, check out this playlist up here. And for more foundation reviews, check out this playlist down here. But for now, mahal kita, I love you, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Ooh, hot shot. So I'm ready and my hair is not. Oof. Good morning, gorgeous.